Hello, my dear students. Hope you are all you are just looking at things. I just recorded the lecture in a very detail, but unfortunately, which was not saved by the machine, and I have to re-record it again. So it should be, you know, it should be kept in mind that it takes us such a greater effort on our part. Well, I'm going to talk about report writing. So what is meant by report writing, and I hope that you will understand during the lecture. So essentially a report is a short, remember, short, sharp, concise document which is written for a particular purpose and audience. Remember, you must have a particular purpose and you must have an audience. It generally sets out and analyzes situations or problem and often making recommendation for future actions. It is a factual paper. It needs to be clear and is well structured. Remember, what is report writing in types? Alright. Reports obviously are well researched, planned, and organized documents. They are written for a purpose. There must be a purpose, and which includes memos, meetings, minutes, expense reports, audit reports, closure reports, progress reports, justification reports, compliance reports, annual reports, and feasibility reports. All right. You must try to know these kinds in your mind. All right. Why do you write a report? What is the purpose of writing a report? Obviously, you must remember that reports communicate information which has been compiled as a result of research and analysis of data and of issues. Okay. Reports can cover a wide range of topics, but usually focus on transmitting information with a clear purpose to a specific audience. Good reports are documents that are accurate, objective, and complete. What do we mean by objective? Objective means that no personal feelings should be there in reports. Rather, they should be quite objective. Now I move on to your unit, and the unit that is unit 10, where you are supposed to be writing report writing. You must be reading about it. In session 1 we are going to talk about Pakistani heritage. Okay, you have to look at these different pictures here. You have to identify that what these places are. All right, you have to just look at this picture and this one. See here, you have to just look at and to talk about it. Look at this one. What do you say about this picture? That what this picture is situated, where it is situated, what does it represent, where is this place? All right. And what about this picture? You have to look at this as well. Now, my dear student, you have to just look at this, here, young people and art in Pakistan. You have to just work and pair and small group. Just what do you think about it? All right. What do you think the heritage of Pakistani art is? What do you predict the student think about it? Okay. And how do you think the authors of report obtain information about student report? Why do you think the authors obtain this information and report? Okay, now introduction to report. All right, you have to read this first paragraph of the report and find out if there are any answers to the questions in activity 2. Discuss with your group. In 21st century, the higher order thinking skills are considered essential for university students. Students needs to keep pace with the speed of information flow. Okay, consider you have to education needs to keep pace with the speed of information flow, all right, to develop human abilities for coping with ever-changing surroundings and complicated issues of modern life, and to enable students to find innovative solutions for their problem. Okay, and the heritage of Pakistani art is potentially means strongly creative, and can be used as an effective tool to develop creative thinking among young students. But unfortunately, Pakistani students' interest in studying heritage, in art is declining. All right. So you have this is the third section of report. What heading would you give this section? All right. This section has three stages, and mixed up order. They are solution. All right. Problem and need. You have to decide which order they come in paragraph. You have to write is actually for solution, P for problem, and in for need. And is for as you tell which of these report is the most suitable report title. Decide your reason for choosing. All right. You have to just look at these here as well. All right. For example, if you give any one of these titles to the paragraph, you must give us the reason, that what reasons are there that you are actually using this title for the paragraph there. And then you have to, activity number 4, experience of report writing. You have to discuss actually and, with one another. And unfortunately, we do not have at this moment in class, So you have to just look, and you have to answer and discuss these questions there with your friends and colleagues. You see different mediums there. All right. Like for example, have you ever written a report? If yes, how did you experience? Writing that report. You can just keep sharing with me. Your feelings about it. Have you ever conducted a survey or helped someone do so that? Have you ever filled in a questionnaire? If yes, what was it about? What is a report? Your opinions are being sought over here. Again, you have to just discuss, in groups there, and you must read the information below, what a report it is, and I just explained to you people actually in the initial slides. You see that what a report is and what are its type, and what things are actually required over there. All right, so you have to just look back at the suggested title. What kind of report do you think the paragraph in activity 3 comes from? You have to write down some example titles for different kinds of report. All right, you have to just look at that. And the titles of reports you have read are written, and make up some possible titles yourself. Okay. Information box. So here a report contains facts. Remember, facts, observations. All right, information for some specific readers. It has to be objective and systematic. What is objective means? Objective means that something in which your personal feelings is not involved. You have to report a thing is you see that without involving yourself or your feelings about it. You have to just report, is it vividly and graphically, as you see in front of thing there. And it should be systematic. It should not be haphazard. It should have a proper beginning, a proper ending, and a proper body, So thus we can say that a report of several types is discussed, you see, in the previous progress report, feasibility report, justification, recommendation report, research report, etc. So you have to just look at these things there. Doing research and writing a report. All right. thinking back on this lesson, how would you carry out this research into the decline of interest among students in the heritage and history of Pakistani art? All right. How would you organize the report? Which section would you have? And you have to just look at this. All right. And we will be just moving on to section 2, in fact unit 3. In the meanwhile, I'll come back after some time, but you have to just look at this. All right. Thank you very much.